Hey everyone, it's Wei from the Boss here. In recent months, I have been the target of a massive hate slash harassment slash cyberbullying campaign, mostly involving a YouTuber going by the username of the Protectorate. Quite, quite the username for someone who professionally or constantly stalks and rage baits people. It all started, I believe, sometime last year when I was involved in a dispute between myself and another YouTuber called going by the username Logic Ronri. We had a, shall I say, misunderstanding on Instagram. He misinterpreted quite a few things that I said, and his attitude, if 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 Logic Ronri even is a guy, his attitude or demeanor towards me was unnecessarily and unreasonably hostile. You get what I mean? It got so bad that when I called him out for his behavior, which was clearly illogical, I must say, yeah, he even got other YouTubers, such as this Korean person called Eden, and I think some European person called Alpha Lair. Yeah, they got two big shots to go after me. And Eden even had the audacity to threaten me with legal action. All because Logic Ronri misunderstood or misinterpreted what I said. Eden even, quote, confronted me via email. And when I, you know, replied in a, to defend myself, in an attempt to defend myself at least, Eden just, you know, I had no idea how she did it, but she somehow managed to convince me or manipulate me or convince me into, not calling them out anymore. Because they supposedly had contacts in the legal in, they supposedly had contacts in Singapore as well as in mainland China, who are apparently working in the legal system, the justice system there. But that's a topic for another time, yeah? Or probably a topic that I'll probably never talk about again. So after Logic Ronri, Eden, Alpha Lair, whoever, right, just got involved, so did this Protectorate person. She and I quote, confronted me, and I simply called her out. And, for a while, things between me and her were actually quite good. Me and Protectorate weren't even interacting with each other. We weren't even talking with each other. Then 2026 came along. The new year came. In January, I decided to interact and try and befriend more members of the Country Humans community, specifically those in the Country Humans Gacha community. And guess what Protectorate decided to do? She decided to come after me and constantly stalk me in these Gacha tubers channels like Andre, Cece, okay, people like Andre, Cece, Celeste, Enane, Teal, Late Dragon Lady, and who else was involved? Oh yeah, and then of course there was also Kerbo and Kimwe. Kimwe was formerly known as Staycore, yeah? And so I tried to talk, and so I just wanted to ask for some, contact information, yeah? From all these people. Saying, oh, I want to get to know things like, oh, I would like to get to know more. I'm just trying to find new friends in this wonderful Country Humans community. Maybe we can DM. I'd like to get to know you better. Things like that. Maybe we can be friends. Blah 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 blah. Things like that. And guess what? The Protectorate came along. Guess what the Protectorate did? She came onto all these YouTube channels, leaving a comment, a reply under my comment, falsely accusing me of committing disgusting, disdainful, and heinous actions, spreading false rumors saying that I'm a predator, a PDF file, a creep, a groomer, whatever terms that these people keep using. These terms have been thrown around so much that these terms keep on being thrown around so much, yeah, that they've almost lost meaning at this point, yeah? Remember what happened to Dream? Remember what happened to the Call of Duty cosplayer who sadly, did the unthinkable after someone falsely accused him of all these things? Yeah. The exact same thing is currently happening to me right now, and yet no one is listening to me. No one is listening to me. No one is willing to hear me out, and it's so unfair. I am simply just a small, just just a somewhat regular person who has, a small subscriber count compared to all these big YouTubers, gacha tubers, big shots with like thousands of subscribers, things like that, and these people take advantage of it. This is just one of the factors that is making them continue with cyberbullying me. And I still Oh yeah, and I should mention, okay, in those replies that Protectorate was giving me, or leaving under my comments, she was practically begging. She was so freaking desperate for these other Country Humans YouTubers. She was begging them not to interact with me because of, oh yeah, I did this and that, I did this and that, without any proof. I am not a predator. I am not a PDF file. I am not a groomer. Let's get that straight. I have no sexual attractions to individuals who are below the age of 18. Let's get that straight, yeah? I don't go around outside creeping on, underage people. No way in heck am I doing that kind of disgusting, deplorable thing. Let's get that straight. All right? How dare you falsely accuse me of doing these things without any proof? What gives you the right to do this type of thing and shirk all responsibility when I actually call you out for it because others don't have the courage to call you out for it? And yet the Protectorate refuses to apologize. She continues to mock, to laugh, to insult, to defame me as much as possible. She continues to drag this on and on and on, and convince all these other YouTubers to just ignore me, to not give me a chance, to not hear me out. And that is exactly why I've gotten them all involved too, because they are clearly in the wrong here. Of course I'm going to have to call them out publicly. It's the only way that is going to be effective. And yet Protectorate has convinced these people so well that they actually side with her. They completely believe her. They don't believe me at all. No one is on my side. Is this what the society has come to? Or is it just because I'm a guy and Protectorate's a girl, so she automatically is in the right? Is that how it is? It's freaking disgusting, let me tell you. Freaking disgusting. Let me tell y'all something, yeah, as long as the Protectorate refuses to apologize for what she did, for antagonizing, for triggering, for, constantly spreading rumors, yeah, as long as she doesn't apologize to me for doing all these things, then I will not stop calling her out either. Don't get mad now that someone is actually having the courage to actually call all of you out. To call all of you out for your behavior, okay? Keep in mind that this is not the first time that the Protectorate has been involved in drama, okay? There was another YouTuber who goes by the name of Barry, and she's an Israeli, and her YouTube channel, her old YouTube channel, it's 50 Bus, okay? When Barry was still using that It's 50 Bus channel, Protectorate started a drama with her. And people in Barry's server were also talking to me, DMing me about how the Protectorates tried to start drama with them, their partners, their friends, etc., etc. I have DMs out there. Oh wait, no, I apologize. That was not a DM, but they did mention in the server. Yeah, you can go and check. You can go and join the server. You can go and join Barry's server, and you can search. And you can search in the server, Protectorate. Yeah, and then of course the message about Protectorate trying to start drama with people in Barry's server will come up. I assure you. Okay. So clearly, Protectorate is the problem here. She keeps on starting dramas. She keeps on dragging on these dramas. She keeps on calling, she keeps on, spreading false rumors, false accusations, trying to so desperately to ruin my reputation as much as possible, and keeps on rage baiting, and keeps on mocking me, laughing at me when I actually call her out for her actions. This is unacceptable. She is the one stalking me onto other people's YouTube channels. And yet people say I'm the stalker, I'm the creep. This is hypocrisy on a whole other level, let me tell y'all. And I cannot believe that in 2026, people like this, people like this actually still exist in our society today. The freaking scourge of humanity, a stain on whatever country they come from. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves for not listening to my side of the story, for just taking sides with her just because you feel like it, or just because she has a higher subscriber count. It's so disgusting, and it's so unfair, it is so unjust. What I'm doing is justifiable, okay? Especially when this harassment campaign has been going on for so long. In fact, even before Protectorate got involved in all of this has been starting all the way back from even before the Protectorate got involved in all this, only in 2025. This whole harassment hate campaign has been going on since 2023. But back then I didn't even know the Protectorate. They were all involving other users who until now still feel like they have the right, to constantly mock me. And it's so unacceptable. This person, I'll call her Jax, yeah? She's a Filipino. She constantly makes degrading comments, hurtful comments, such as, and I quote, loving the fact that nothing good happens to me. Okay, let me just quote, yeah? Loving the fact that nothing good happens to me, suffer in the process, keep crying, just constantly wishing horrible things to happen to me. And I'll admit, things these past few years definitely have not, things these past few years have not been the best for me. Things this year have not been, oh my god, things these past few years have not been good to me, let me tell y'all, yeah? I have been scammed, twice. Because I was dumb enough to fall for them. I know this has nothing to do with Jax, yeah, but still, and I remember getting abused by my family members, mostly verbally, and I have had more horrible stuff and bad luck happen to me before. I know this all has nothing to do with Jax, but seeing her comments saying stuff like this just really, really hurts, okay? It really does hurt. Okay, I try not to let it affect me, but it just really does hurt, alright? It's horrible. And I just wish that, Jex kind of realizes how much this is hurting me, and that she will stop making these types of derogatory comments and apologize to me. I'm just gonna... Anyways, yeah. I have, definitely learned my lesson on not falling for any more scams and things like that. I've gotten, like, the money back, things like that. So, yeah. I don't even know why am I doing this video at this point. I guess it's just for me to vent out my feelings, my frustrations, and seeking for an apology from all these people who keep on picking fights, starting conflicts, and constantly finding issues, or constantly saying deplorable things about me. Why is it so hard for you all, especially Protectorate? Okay, why is it so hard for the Protectorate why was it so hard for the Protectorate to just, leave me alone? Why couldn't she have just given me a chance? Why couldn't they have just given me a chance to act normal towards them? Why? It actually hurts, man. Thanks for watching, I guess. God, I hope this video somehow helps. I really, really hope this video somehow helps. Alright? But if this video doesn't help, and if you all continue to mock me after this video, then I can only wish for everyone who has been involved in the hate campaign to go and rot in the deepest depths of the underworld. That's what's gonna happen to y'all if you keep on dragging this on, yeah? A merciful and understanding God will know the truth, will know what I've been through, will understand what I've been through. And I know, and I definitely want to end up in heaven as a God-fearing man.